Nexxlegacy, where the stories come alive. Voices of the culture, keeping dreams alive. Tune in, lock in, feel the vibe worldwide. This is the Nexxlegacy podcast.
UGK, you know what I mean? He's a really established artist. You just heard one of his tracks that we just debuted tonight on VPD's Wednesday exclusive. It's called Like Me. So you know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Young Stanley for dropping them tracks off to me or whatever. But this is VPD's Wednesday exclusive. If you want to call in, the number is 347-215-8653. Once again, the number is 347-215-8653. And when we get Sally on, we're going to conduct the interview, and we're going to, I think he's got a lot of interesting things that you listeners might want to hear. Also, we had a topic a minute ago, and it was men versus women, you know, just in general, you know, society, relationships, and things like of that nature. And I felt like, you know, when we have a real hot topic, and that show in itself did a huge amount of numbers, I feel like we also have to come back with a rebuttal show, which it leads to a part two. You know what I mean? So tonight we're going to conduct the part two of that conversation, men versus women. I mean, who really can say, you know what I mean, who's actually benefiting more as far as society goes? You know what I mean? Who gets away with more or who doesn't get away with hardly anything? You know what I'm saying? Who gets the better job opportunities and who don't? You know what I mean? Just et cetera, et cetera. So, you know, we're going to discuss that, and you might be surprised by some of the answers that you hear. But once again, this is VPD's Wednesday exclusive. You know what I'm saying? If you want to call in, that number is 347-215-8653. Once again, that number is 347-215-8653. Make sure when you call in, if you want to speak, make sure you press that one button, and we'll definitely put you on, and we'll definitely make you a part of the conversation. But you know, I got my boy Vito on the line real quick. You know, I ain't heard from Vito in a minute, so I'm going to go mic Vito up and say what's happening to Vito. What's good, Vito?
Hey, what's good, man?
Hey, what's good, brother, man? Where you been, man? We ain't heard from you in a minute.
Man, I haven't been on a couple shows like last night, you know, Tuesday's Ladies Night, man. I've been sick as hell lately.
Bro, well, you know, you picked the right time to make a comeback. You know, you got to get the little round of applause joint, you know what I mean? Because we appreciate you coming back through on VPD's Wednesday exclusive, man. So, welcome back,
I appreciate that, man. So, shit, how you doing, man? You ready for this interview tonight?
Man, come on, bro. You know, I'm like a condom at the store. I'm just waiting to be there so I can get ready. You know what I mean? I'm ready all day, every day.
That's what's up, man.
So anyway, you know what I mean? Like I said, the topic tonight is men versus women. You know what I mean? And before we get Sally on, you know what I mean, do you have any, you know, things that you feel like, you know, maybe men get by with more, or do women get by with more? Do you have any, like, something that you want to put out there?
Well, men kind of get away with more as far as, you know, going out and then the women thinking they're not cheating or they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of both. But I mean, you know, like if you were to ask your girl, you know, I'm going with my guys, you know, to go out to the club or something, you know, and, you know, girls usually have those suspicions that you're going to cheat or you're going to do something because you're going to the club, man. You're going to be with your guys, you know, doing your thing at the club. You know, but that ain't always, you know, the case. You know what I'm saying? Some guys are faithful to their women, some guys ain't. Just like some girls are and some girls ain't. So it's really up in the air. But yeah, you get what I'm saying? It's kind of give or take on that one, man. You feel me?
Yeah, man. And you know what? I definitely agree with you. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that get by with, you know, more than other people. And I mean, a lot of women get by with other things that men can't get away with, and a lot of men get by with things women can't get away with. So I mean, it definitely goes down like that. So, you know what I mean? I believe that we have the man that's supposed to be calling in right now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We about to mic him up real quick, and we about to go conduct this interview. You know what I mean? So,
There you go.
without further ado, you know what I'm saying? Let me bring on the man that we supposed to be interviewing tonight. We got to bring on the big homie, young Sally, in the building tonight. What's good, Sally?
What you looking at in the computer? What you looking at then? You just looking at the computer? I'm saying when you are looking at the computer, bitch, what are you looking at?
Yeah, we're having some
looking?
technical difficulties at the moment.
Yeah, but what you look? You just look.
Wow. Okay.
That sounds really bad, man.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I know. We're trying to fix it or whatever, but
You can't see it, huh?
Sally, what?
What's up with it, man?
Hey, what's good, Sally, man? Hey, welcome to the show, bro.
Ah, man, I so appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, man. You know, we heard the little technical difficulties in the background, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, it's all good, man. Once again, you know, welcome to VPD's Wednesday exclusive, bro.
Hell yeah.
I read it, so, you know, ain't nothing but pimping, baby. God damn it. You did.
I feel you, bro. But nah, I mean, you know, hey, you know, you've been in the music industry for a minute. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people probably don't know that about you, but you've been in the music industry for a minute. You know, can you tell the people, some of the people that you had the luxury of working with?
Oh, man, you know, not a problem, man. Yeah, I've been dealing with Pimp C, man. You know, I had a chance to deal with Pimp C, man, on a lot of projects, man. And, you know, I was on a lot of, you know, shows and, you know, going on tour with him, man. You know what I'm saying? Him and Bun, me and my partners, them, man. You did records, you did Big L, Big Lonnie. You understand what I'm saying? Man, I'm talking about, ooh-wee. We had a Chameleonaire on the project. We had Lil Flip on that project, and that project dropped in stores around 2007.
Right.
2007, you know, that hit the stores around February, you know, 3rd, you know, something like that. And I've been dealing with Gangsta Boo, 3-6, you know, you know what I'm saying? I done collaborated with Crunchy Black from 3-6 Mafia. You know what I'm saying? You know, doing my thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Really trying to stay on top. We even really, like, you know, my record label itself, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of other features as well, you know what I'm saying? Like Rick Ross and got Jeezy, you know, on a song or a couple songs, man. You know what I'm saying? We still got some shit with Pimp C, man. You know what I'm saying? Some old stuff that we did back in the days, man, that nobody heard, man. You know what I'm saying? That Pimp did with us. You did, you know.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. I mean, to work with, like, a legendary artist like Pimp C, you know what I'm saying, rest in peace. You know, what was it like to just be around him, you know what I'm saying, to gain knowledge from him, you know what I'm saying, about, you know, just the game in general?
Man, it was crazy, man. You know, first of all, just being a young man, you know, a black individual coming up in the rap game, man, just seeing someone like, you know, Pimp and Bun was like real encouraging, man. You know, he was a real motivator, man. You know, he taught me how to really be humble, man, which I already was, man. But he just told me to keep that humbleness, man, about me. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much money I make or, you know, don't never let it go to my head, you know what I'm saying? And Pimp always told me, man, he always told me, you know, as long as, you know, the Lord blessed me with a talent. And he said, man, as long as I keep it real with my fans, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, man, you know, everything's going to be all right, you know, with the music, man, you know what I'm saying? As far as, like, you know, the music go, man, you know what I'm saying? He just showed a nigga how to be humble, man. He was more like a brother to me, man, more than just like a celebrity. I didn't look at him as Pimp C. When I seen him, man, it was Chad, man, you know what I'm saying? It was Chad Butler, man. He was only Pimp C when he put on that jury, you know, repping UGK and rap a lot. You know, he was only Pimp C, man, when he threw them shades on and he was ready to grab that microphone. You did?
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, you know, me and you done chopped it up, I mean, a little bit off air and whatever, and, you know, when Pimp C died, I mean, how did that affect you? You know what I mean?
Man, it was, boy, you know what I'm saying? I can't tell you how I felt, man, because it's just, it's something that's, you know, unexplainable. It's just weird, man. It's just life, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know, I took it as like a message, man, because, you know, I didn't have to run into Pimp C, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, you know, I ran into this man and he loved my music. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, you know, he ran into me and, you know, he just, you know, we did that little music together, man, and he just got a little money and, you know, he was done with it. Man, Pimp was fucking with me, man. You know what I'm saying? He was really fucking with me, man. And, man, when me and him used to talk, man, I called his phone one night, man, you know, 'cause something went down in my city. You dig? I'm from Fort Lauderdale, born and raised, right? Down in Florida, man, the bottom of the map. You know, I'm over here in Las Vegas, you dig? Man, I'm talking about, man, I'm chopping it up with Pimp on the phone, and he telling me that he in Cali, right, in the hotel. And I'm like, you know, I'm at the barbershop in Lauderdale, like, popping it, you know, yeah, Pimp, yeah, some niggas said, you know, you was going to be down here, you know, at the club, man, and woo, I didn't see, you know, Bun was supposed to be there, Fabulous, and some other guys were supposed to be there, right? And I'm looking on the flyer like, hold on, I know Bun, I know Pimp, you know, I'm like, you know, I'm with these guys, man, you know, I'm calling Bun up and Pimp, man, I'm like, hold on, you know, I get a hold of Pimp, right? And Pimp wakes, it's like early in the morning, man. Pimp like, I'm like, yeah, what? I'm like, yeah, this Pimp. He like, yeah, this Pimp. At first it ain't sound like a man. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause he had something in his throat or something, man, like he was sick. And I'm like, man, this don't sound like Pimp. I'm like, man, is this Pimp? 'Cause, you know, sometimes these celebrities will give somebody the phone, they answer their phone or whatever like that to take a message, man. You know what I'm saying? But it was Pimp. He was like, yeah, this Pimp. I'm like, yeah, Pimp, this Stanley. He say, what's up, Dad? I'm like, man, ain't nothing, man. I say, man, listen, man, I enjoy being on the road with you, you know, chopping it up with you, going on the stage with you, man, and, you know what I'm saying, being backstage in the dressing room with you, man, and just being around all that, man. But, man, you know, we got a record together, and I'm ready to really push it right now, man. I'm ready to take this time off from the streets and push this record I have with you, man. I want to start opening up. You know, instead of being on the stage and being behind you, I want to start opening up for you. Man, Pimp was just like, you know, it was just, you know, he was just like, man, Sally, you know, man, let's do it, man. He was down with it, you see. You know, we had some business, man, we had some business, man, we were going to chop up, man, to put me and Lil Boosie and Lil Webb in the group, man. The name of the group was called V12. You know what I'm saying? It was back in 07, dog. You know what I'm saying? Right. V12, before V12 came out, man, it was going to be Stanley, Lil Boosie, and Lil Webby. You dig? Man, I don't know what happened after that, man. I guess, you know, the paperwork wasn't all together. You know, we wasn't, my label wasn't really liking what the figures was looking like. I don't know what happened, man. We just never really came to an agreement, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But,
and, you know, now go ahead what you were saying, bro.
Yeah, my phone look like it's down. Hold on a second. Let me hook it up to the charger.
All right, yeah. And while he's doing that, once again, this is VPD's Wednesday exclusive. You know what I'm saying? We are talking to Young Sally, and we're gonna wait till you get back online, but yeah, he's back. So yeah, so I mean, what happened? What you say happened to the group?
Yeah, man, after that, man, you know, when I told Pimp that, man, Pimp was like, man, let's do it, Stanley. You know, 'cause when I called him, man, I was getting chopped up. you know, I was getting lined up by the barber, and I told him, you know, about these fraudulent, you know, promoters that was in my city, and he was like, yeah, he ain't gonna worry about it, because I was like, man, they got these flyers going everywhere. I went to the club and waited for you. They let me in the club free because I showed them a CD. Like, hold on, man, I fucks with Pimp, and it showed Pimp C name on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, listen, y'all gotta let me in. Man, they let me in that bitch free, man. Wasn't no Pimp, wasn't no bun and nothing, man. The next day, I hopped on the phone, and I'm like, these niggas playing with me, man. They just don't know what's going on around here, man. Like, niggas is fucking around with these people, man. You hear me? I called Pimp up, and Pimp was like, you know, he was like tripping, like, you know what, I ain't even gonna, you know, trip about it, man. He said those some fraudulent people, man. You know, he ain't gonna worry about it. And, you know, after we spoke about me coming and doing you know, coming out and opening up for him, he was like, yeah, Stanley. He said, yeah, Stanley, call me later on tonight, and we gonna chop it up. Yeah. And, you know, after that, man, we just hung up, man. You know what I'm saying? The conversation was like, you know, a little short, man. It was like a 2-minute conversation, man. You know, it was real short, man. You know what I'm saying? And he just told me to chop it up with him that later on that night. I just never came to it. I never got to the phone that night to really call him, man, because, you know, we always bumping heads anyway. So, man, I ain't never really think Pimp was going to pass away that same week, man. You know what I'm saying? He died like 5 days after we spoke on the phone, man. And, you know, man, that shit was just devastating. You know, I tried to go to the funeral, man, but I fucked around and I ran into a little altercation, man, on Miami Beach, on Mansions, man. You know what I'm saying? I had Gangsta Boo with me. I had Gangsta Boo from 3-6 Mafia with me. You know what I'm saying? We went inside the club, dog, and came out. We went to go see Young Buck, man. We came out, man. You know, something happened, man. Some bullshit happened with these squares, man. You know, I ended up in the pistol, man, you know, and, you know, man, about to take these fools out, right, until they started cowarding out, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I ended up, man, you know, taking the police on the chase at the same time, man, leaving the scene. When they brought my caddy to the scene, man, when they brought my caddy from the ballet, I took the police on the chase, man. Them crackers was after me, man. Them crackers blocked me off and took me straight to jail, man. That same week, that Pimp funeral was, man, and I ended up missing it, man. And I was like, damn, you know, like, you know, God was trying to show me something, man. Like, hold on, man. You know, that shit was crazy, man. You did?
Yeah, sounds like some bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's like
it's cool though. You know, they ended up dropping the charges on me anyways. You know, they caught me with 270. You know what I'm saying? But they, you know, the whole fucked up thing about it, man, was that, you know, Pimp was gone, man, and you know, that shit was crazy, man. Cause, you know, the first time I received a phone call about Pimp, you know, someone was playing on my phone because they know I fuck with him, right? Man, they called me talking about he died, and that was that first time he got in an accident with his Bentley, but he was all right, though. You know what I'm saying? But they called me and told me he died playing. But 3 months after that, man, he really died, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that shit crazy, man.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying, like I said before, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying, Pimp C, he was definitely a musical legend. And, you know what I'm saying, I'm pretty sure that he, you know, stole upon you a lot of knowledge about the game, because Pimp C, like I said, he wasn't no ordinary rapper. He wasn't like one of them dudes that you could just, you look at and be like, he fly by night and then forget about it. You know what I mean?
He wasn't, man. Let me tell you something about him, though, man. You know what I'm saying? This is what Pimp wanted, man. You know what I'm saying? For the record, man. You know what I'm saying? For anybody trying to deal with the game or trying to come in and trying to, you know, represent where they come from, man, let me tell you what Pimp really had in mind, dog. You know, that whole situation that happened with Lil Flip and T.I., you know what I'm saying? All Pimp was saying, man, was, listen, man, we need to join forces together. We need to have a unity amongst ourselves. You know, as a label or as a company, man, we need to have, you know, as black folks, man, we over here rapping our hearts out about our cities. We speaking about, you know, where we come from. We getting everybody game, man. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, these, man, you know, excuse my friends, man, yeah, these crackers out here eating off of what we producing, you know, our performances, man, everything, you know. And Pimp was just saying, man, listen, y'all both Every time y'all argue on these records, y'all making these crackers rich. That's all he was saying. He say, man, what y'all need to do is do a song together so y'all can both eat, man. So we all, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta go at each other like that in the game, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all they want us to do, man. You know, and you know, he just proved a real good point when you know, one time, man, we was in Orlando, man, about to do a show. We was in backstage in the dressing room getting ready. And man, Pimp was just sitting, man. You know, Pimp was sitting, man, and he was like, man, listen, you know, if I had a chance to do it all over again, I wouldn't even got a record deal, man. He say he'll be better off selling mixtapes. He say the mixtapes just like albums, you know what I'm saying? He say, shit, if I went out there and sold 50,000, 100,000 mixtapes, you know what I'm saying? That's good money, man. That money I ain't never had, man. That money you can really, like, invest into something, you know what I'm saying, and make it come back. You dig?
Yeah.
Definitely.
And you know what? Like, once again, like I said, this is VPD. We the exclusive. If you want to call in or chime in and, you know, talk to the homie Young Staley, the number is 347-215-8653. Once again, that number is 215. Make sure you press that one button, and I'll definitely put you on. But also, you know, Young Staley, I wanted to ask you a question. You know, what's up, Vito?
Hey, I got one question for him, man.
Go ahead.
Okay, Young Staley, man. How you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Hey, just chilling, man. Listening to this interview and feeling what you're saying, man. I just wanted to know, tell the people a little bit about, you know, what are you doing nowadays and everything else.
Yeah, man. Nowadays, man, you know, I'm just working on my, my records right now, man. I got a few mixtapes, man. I'm producing right now. I'm about to release within the next couple months, man. You know, I'm working on trying to get a whole campaign, man, to go on. I'm about to go on tour, man, hopefully in the next 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Trying to campaign, man, and really, like, go hard on these streets, man, and, you know, come out here and, you know, show these people what they missing, man, you know?
Hell yeah. Who you touring with?
Yeah, man, I'm basically going to put this together myself, man. You know, I may have Crunchy Black from 3-6 Mafia on the tour with me, and a few others, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'll keep in touch with Deezy, man, and, you know what I'm saying, he'll let y'all know, you know, what's going on, because, you know, at the same time, man, I'm going to be in a lot of different towns, in a lot of different cities, you know, a lot of different hoods, man, you know what I'm saying, and, boy, you know, since I'm a street nigga, man, I'm going to be looking for some street niggas, man, in different cities, man, that's willing to, you know, come on board, and just be a part of, you know, this promotion team, man, you know, and just go out here and go hard on these streets, man, and help to promote Young Staley, man, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm going to be reaching to Deezy, man, to see if he can get somebody out there in the internet land to be a part of, you know, something successful. You did.
There we go.
Yeah, for sure, man. You know I got your back, Staley, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. You know, I reached out to you, you know what I'm saying? It ain't take me all damn day, you know what I'm saying, to lock you down for an interview. You know, some people, you know what I'm saying, you try to ask them for stuff, you try to, you know, help promote them, and they all about, you know, I'm too big for that, or whatever the case may be. So for you to come on, you know what I'm saying, be on this stage with a lot of people that we done had on here, you know what I'm saying, as far as celebrity-wise, the biggest to the biggest, and the smallest to the smallest, you know what I'm saying, for you to come on and just be a part of this, that's what's up at the end of the day, to me, you know what I'm saying, that's real artists.
That's what the leg reads, man. You know what I'm saying? Anytime.
Yeah, and you know, real quick before I continue with the interview, you know, my co-host Blue is here. You know what I'm saying? She's on deck, and I want Blue to say what's up to Staley. You know what I'm saying, Vito? What's up, Blue?
What's up? What's up, everybody?
Good, homie.
I'm
Blue,
good.
Hey.
I'm back.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm just chilling. I'm loving the interview. Oh, that is so sweet.
You know, I had to give my co-host her welcome back clap or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Now, Sally, I had a question. We was, like I said, we chopped it up offline, and I know you had like an altercation with Cash Money Records. Can you elaborate on what happened between you and them?
Man, most definitely, man. You know what I'm saying? It really wasn't really no big thing, like nothing with no guns and nothing, no big altercation like that. Basically, man, when Pimp was alive, man, rest in peace, man. Man, shout out to Bun and Short out there, man. But when Pimp was alive, man, we talked about, what we was gonna do with this record that we had. The name of the record that I put in the stores, man, was called Young and Flashy, right? And that was with U-Dig Records / Universal. You know what I'm saying? We put that out in '07, and we had the hit single with me and Pimp C on there called Gold Grill. You know what I'm saying? And man, when me and Pimp were working on this record, we had it in our mind that we was gonna have Boomtown to shoot this video for us down there on South Beach with Johnny Dane. And man, we were thinking about, okay, me and Pimp gonna represent the South. Okay, me, Pimp, and Bun gonna represent the South. And well, hold on, it was gonna be Pimp and Bun, then it was gonna be me, and we was gonna feature T.I. And we hopped on the phone. Well, Pimp actually called Jay-Z on the line, three-way, while we was listening in. And, he was telling Jay-Z about me. And, Jay-Z was down for it. For some reason, UGK and Jay-Z, man, they go a long way. You know what I'm saying? Because, boy, Jay-Z heard about me, and he was like, oh, I'm down. Like, he was ready to, do the verse right then and there, man. Some of these people, man, they got a big head, man. They talking about 50,000. Or whatever like that, man. Jay was ready, man. You hear me? Man, I'm talking about, man, so since we had that ready, we had, another dude name, from up north. Forgot what his name was, but we was going to feature Jay-Z and him. It was supposed to be like a collaboration. Like, Pimp and Bun was going to have a 16 together. They was going to split it 8 and 8. And I was going to split my 8 with T.I. And Jay-Z was going to split it with somebody from up north. You know what I'm saying? But we was going to add Lil Wayne on the song, right? Because for the simple fact that Nicki Minaj, before she was Nicki, you know what I'm saying, she was fucking with my label, man. We took good care of her. Her and her mother, man. When her mother was late on rent, man, my partner, Big L, used to send her, cash, man, to stay up. You know what I'm saying? And Nicki, man, for some reason, man, she ran off, man, in Miami, man, fucking around, right? And I guess bumped into Wayne. And, ever since then, she just stopped fucking with us, man. She just stopped dealing with us. And, we couldn't understand what the business was, And, man, we later found out that she was on some of Lil Wayne records. We seen her name on the back of some of his records, man. This back when, I was on tour, man. You know what I'm saying? When we found that out, man, we immediately, we heard that, Cash Money was at the club, man, my label walked in, man, at this one particular club down on South Beach, man, called Sobeys over there. I believe it was Sobeys and Mansions right there. I'm in Vegas, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's down there on South Beach, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, yeah, man, that girl was in the club, man, with Slim from Cash Money and some other folks, right? I guess they had some goons with them or whatever. Wayne wasn't there. Yeah, man, seen Nicki in there, and we like, hold on, you standing on the wrong side, you know what I'm saying? And, Dog, Big Ed, I'm going to give you his website, by the way, so you go check him out. Man, Dog just, he a retired pimp, man. It jumped in him, man, to really, pimp slap this girl, man. He slapped the dog mess out of Nicki. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And, boy, when he slapped Nicki, man, them boys went ham over there in Cash Money. Them boys started coming over like, what's going on? Well, hold on, and them niggas like, so we got security on our side too, right? So the security like, hold on, man, y'all bag up, man. You know what I'm saying? This ain't got nothing to do with y'all, man. This is this girl Nikki right here, man, in this black and white paper. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because, man, she was signed, man. You know, and, boy, for her to get out that contract, someone had to pay $250,000. You had to pay $250,000 to get out that contract, man. You know, Nikki played the game dirty, man. She ain't let the Birdman know that she was fine. And, you know, Baby ain't know. Baby just, you know, signing the bitch. You know, she a bad little bitch. She got a good voice. You know, she's an excellent rap artist. So Baby's like, man, shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, you know, Baby was like, man, listen, I ain't know that was your Blizzard, you know, woo-woo-woo. He like, listen, man, we ain't got to go to court or nothing about this, man. And my partner, he brought up the situation that I had a record coming out. And he say, well, listen, man, we ain't going to go into this, into the court thing. Stanley got a record coming out with Pimp C. Why don't you go and let Lil Wayne drop a 16 on his record, and, you know, we're going to square everything off, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know, Baby he was with it. You know, Baby was like, all right, that's cool, man. That's cool. You know, I'm going to run with it. Go on, you know, send me the information through the email, and Wayne going to hop on it pronto, all right? Man, we waited 60 days. We waited 2 months, man. We had no reply, man, from Wayne or Cash Money. You know, we ended up speaking to Pimp C again about the same situation. And Pimp was real hot, man. He didn't like that, man. He just, you know, he felt like, you know, man, niggas gotta keep it real, man. You know, being in the game, you can't let your head get too big, man. You know what I'm saying? With this money, man. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, Pimp was like, hold on, you know, he thought like at least he on the song, you know, a nigga want to hop on it. You know, but some you know, some of these niggas, man, that's out here in the business, man, they don't really record with some of these artists in the studio, man. You know, they be getting the emails with the verses and shit like that. And I was really with these people in the studio recording my music, you know what I'm saying? So I guess, you know, I think Wayne probably, you know, thought a nigga was on some play shit like that. He didn't really take us that serious, man. And the niggas that was behind me, man, they already had millions, you know what I'm saying? I had people investing their money in me, man. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, these dudes is looking like, man, you know, they feel betrayed. They feel tried. Like, hold on, this shit is in black and white. Like, you know, you guys haven't gotten with us. You didn't try to straighten anything. And Pimp said it himself, man. He said a lot of things, man, that I ain't going to mention. Pimp said a lot of things I ain't gonna mention, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause ooh-wee. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that shit to spark my career. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, he just said, you know, his mother, his Pimp's mom, got on the phone and said, baby, I dealt with Cash Money in the past. It's a waste of time. You might well let it go. Man, you know, dog was gonna let it go, but he just was looking at it like, hold on, man, y'all got Nikki. Hold on, man. Y'all at least try to exchange a favor. Nobody wanted to do nothing, so he took him to court, man. And, you know, Baby ended up going to court, man, like a few months later. Like probably 6 months after the incident, he went to court. And, you know, he didn't give the full $250,000, the $250,000 that he was supposed to give. He gave $187,000. You know what I'm saying? I guess Dawg was cool with that, you know what I'm saying? And we just squashed that shit with Nikki, like, you know, we like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I mean, like, as far as your record label and Cash Money is concerned, y'all good now. Like, isn't like,
yeah, man, you know, man, we cool, man. We cool. You know, ain't nobody beefing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we just had a little incident that happened a few years back that we just had to correct, man. You know, it wasn't nothing all that major, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, everything cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cash Money, man, Wayne and Young Money. Y'all doing y'all thing, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's time for a young pimp like me to do his, though, you dig? Sure.
You know, at the end of the day, you know,
Nicki Minaj, though, man. You know, in my opinion, good riddance, because I know she's a good rapper and everything, but, man, you know, ever since she's been with Lil Wayne, man, it's more bubblegum than you know, professional shit.
Man, yeah, man. You know what? You know, when you getting in the business, man, you know, these labels be trying to change you at the same time. They trying to tell you to rap about certain things. And, you know, a lot of times, man, an artist that never really had anything or never really had no money, you know, they gonna go with it, man, 'cause they need that, man. You know what I'm saying? But if, you know, if you real, man, if you real with yourself, man, the streets gonna follow, man. You know what I'm saying? If anybody know, man, you know what I'm saying, if these crackers don't hire you, man, the streets always gonna keep you straight, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? You know, once again, this is VPD's Wednesday exclusive. We are talking to Young Stally. You know what I'm saying? If you want to call in, the number is 347-215-8653. Once again, that number is 347-215-8653. Make sure when you call in, if you would like to speak, press that 1 button, and we'll put you on. But I know you moved on, and you got you a record label, and you working on a project. Can you tell the people a little bit about the record label and your project?
Yeah, man, you know, the name of my label is Florida Boy Records, man. You know what I'm saying? And, man, you know, we got flashy and fresh, man, you know, mixtapes going on, man, you know, for the people, man. You know what I'm saying? To get some good game, you know what I'm saying? About, you know, the life, the street life, you know, the pimping, the dope game, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, everything in general, you see what I'm saying? You know, man, I'm still here, Echo. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, man, you know, I'm looking for artists myself, though, man. You know what I'm saying? They can be a part of my team, man. They can join my campaign and, you know, be about some things, man. You know what I'm saying? They're really trying to handle something, man, and be, you know, do something positive, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I got the phrase that pays.
So, you know, it's up to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to take a couple calls? I got a couple people on the line. Probably want to holler at you.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm a good nigga.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna take one of my people that work on this network with us. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put Cali bro on the line. I'm pretty sure he probably want to holler at you, say something to you. What's good, Cali bro?
Man, what's up with it, Daisy? What's up with it, Stally? What's happening?
Hey, what's up with it, man? What's up with it?
Oh, man, I can't call it a thing, you know what I'm saying? I was just tuned in, man, you know what I mean? Just listening to the whole get down.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? You from Florida, right?
Yeah.
Man, you don't get down with none of the Florida artists, you know what I'm saying? They had a big movement going on down there in the last couple of years, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it seemed like, you know what I mean, speaking on all the people you've been working with outside your state. Like, why you didn't get on the team down there with the Florida boys, man? They had the whole mainstream on lock for, like, the last 3 years, man. It seemed like that was, like, right in your backyard. Like, you know what I mean? What's up with the relationship with them Florida rappers, man?
Man, you know what I'm saying, man? I wish, you know, I wish these niggas would have contacted me about something, man. But, you know, a lot of niggas, man, you know, man, you know what I'm saying, from my city, man, ain't like me, man. You know, a lot of niggas ain't humble like me, man. And, you know, they got the, you know, the skills to really put it down like that, man, because, you know, niggas be trying to think about themselves around there, you know what I'm saying? So when a young nigga like me try to, you know, try to round them up and try to show them something, because I done been on the road with some real niggas. You know, Pimp and Bun, they some real niggas. Man, they show a nigga. Hey, man, they, not only them, but the people that was behind me, supporting me, you know, putting the money, you know, Big L and Brian, man, them folks there was 100, man. They was just showing a nigga, man, how to really keep a business in their campaign structure, you know, in a real good manner. You know what I'm saying? So I was willing to deal with other artists out there, man, but, you know, I just couldn't see it in a lot of artists because, you know, some niggas wasn't like me, man. They didn't, you know, they didn't see shit my way. You know, niggas was like big-headed and, you know, was ready, you know what I'm saying, to blow some money off, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, niggas wasn't really thinking about anything smart. So, you know, I kind of distanced myself away, you know what I'm saying, from a lot of cats like that. You know what I'm saying? And when I did try to reach for some cats, man, that was, you know, trying to be out here in the business, you know what I'm saying, and trying to work on some shit. Man, them niggas, ooh-wee, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas was playing games, man. You know, you can't, you know, if you real serious about your craft and you've been doing this shit so long and you've been around real positive people, like celebrities like that, man, you ain't got no time to sit around and play with folks because you done been down that road already. You done been down that road playing, you know, recording in them houses, man, being off in the damn bathroom with the mic, man. You know, you done been down them roads trying to create a structure, man, with some niggas to see if some real niggas gonna go with you and help you promote your CD. You know, I done been down all that shit, man. I'm ready to, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to start me a team, man. You know what I'm saying? Out there with some people, man. That, you know what I'm saying? They trying to fuck around and do something, man. I don't need nobody coming around me with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? With the square shit. You know, they ain't got no understanding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can dig it, man. But check it out. I'm just saying though, like name some names. Like what artists, like specifically though, like you feel like it's like that from out your camp. I mean, not your camp, but like your area though, your state. Like the ones you feel like you couldn't get down with. Because, I mean, it's a lot of dudes came out of Florida that made some noise in the last couple of years, you know what I mean? They made some good music, too. So I'm trying to see, like, you know what I mean? And they claim to be real street niggas, though. You feel me? Real street niggas, though. That's what they claim to be. So I'm trying to see, like, you know what I'm saying, why y'all can't collaborate? Who specifically, you know what I'm saying, ain't fitting the mold?
Tell me the names of them, man, because I only got a few niggas that I fuck with in the business. I fuck with my nigga Black. Years old, you know what I'm saying? He be coming out hard on some shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, J-Dub, he a cool ass nigga. He out of Atlanta. He fuck with Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? Those some cool niggas, man. I'm supposed to collaborate on some shit. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about, man, you know, name some niggas, name some other folks, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, boy, you know, I'm gonna be straight up with you, man. You know what I'm saying? I treat this business, man, like I treat, you know, my business. You know what I'm saying, man? I sends them out, man, and I gets it in. You dig what I'm saying? And, boy, you know, if I felt like I was dealing with you and you wasn't serious about your shit, man, I done forgot your name, man. You know, I done forgot about a bitch, you know what I'm saying, who don't even fuck with me or don't go out or don't work for a nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, that's just how it is, man. I ain't gonna focus on you because I'm too hard on focusing on my money, man. I'm out here trying to get me right, man. I got a son, my nigga. I ain't trying to worry about the next nigga if he ain't trying to worry about himself, you know what I'm saying? So, boy, you know, a nigga be cleaning up out my memory, you know? Man, you know what I'm saying? I can only name a few niggas, probably 2 or 3 niggas that I deal with out of my city. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Black, J-Dub, you know what I'm saying? He cool, he a good rapper. Black, he's talented, he's excellent, you know what I'm saying? He a Zoe, you know what I'm saying? One of my other niggas, man, he man, I don't know if he's still down, man. His name First Offense, man. First Offense, I don't know if he's still locked up or whatever, man, but he was a good rapper, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple other niggas down there, man, that's good. You know, my niggas, I got some niggas down there, Skrilla, and, you know what I'm saying, my nigga RZA. Those some real talented ass niggas, man. Now, those some niggas a nigga need to check out, man. You know what I'm saying, on the music tip, man. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, man, I can't really, you know, tell you, man, about any other nigga. I can't speak for the next nigga. I was out there getting it in. I was sending them hoes out, man. You know, I was out there trapping hard, man. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really speak for the next nigga. It wasn't too many niggas like me, dog.
Hey, did you say Skrilla, man?
Yeah, Skrilla, and RZA.
Is he from the Chicago area, by chance, or is he from the Florida area?
Nah, he's from Florida. He's from Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, okay. I was wondering because I know a Skrilla back from you know, the Chicagoland area, so.
Nah, that's cool. But like I said, you know, like I know you got a project coming out. I know you already have some projects coming out, and you know you dropped me a couple of your tracks. And of course, at the top of the show, we played "Like Me." You know what I'm saying? I thought that was a hot track. I also, which I'm about to play right now, "Throw Them L's." You know what I'm saying? Hey, can you tell the people a little bit about that song?
Yeah, throw them L's up, man. You know, throw them L's up is basically talking about, you know, really, you know, just the gutter side, you know what I'm saying, the street side, you know, where a nigga from, Lauderdale, you know what I'm saying. Y'all probably seen it on TV. You know, to be honest with you, you better off seeing it on TV, man. You know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't really, you know, equipped or hard enough to really be out there, man, you know, don't come around Lauderdale or Miami with the bullshit, man, because it goes down.
And that's what's up, you know what I'm saying. Matter of fact, we're about to debut that track right now, you know what I'm saying. So if you would, Young Sally, could you go and bring the track in, you know what I'm saying, tell the people, you know, listen.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, this that new Sally, baby. You know, that throw them L's up, you know what I'm saying? Produced, man, you know what I'm saying, and written by Sally, you dig?
Hey, that's what's up. This is VP.
That's the vibe, that's the sound. Nexxlegacy, we